I would be honored for the opportunity to build this memorial. When I began my research, I was very conscious of the fact that as much as this pursuit charges us to create a memorial in its most traditional sense, this site is still a cemetery. I wanted to use that fact as the place where I began. I looked at 19th century cemetery gates with their grandeur and beauty that delineate the secular from the sacred. Here you can see some in Philadelphia. And though Bethel Burying Ground's boundary was likely a much simpler brick wall, I was interested in what it would do to the playground to add a more illustrious introduction above the entrance gate. The boundary of the cemetery will be delineated by a continuous brick pathway shifting in form along its demarcation. At times it will be a flush walkway, at others it will morph into a bench for rest and reflection. It will also become a brick wall to buffer the noise and activity of the newly designed tennis courts. The bricks tie the memorial to the surrounding architecture too. The asphalt surface will be replaced by engraved white granite and concrete pavers with inscriptions that reflect the fragmented biographies of those hidden underground. The inscriptions will create a greater context to understand what life was like in 19th century Philadelphia for the mostly freed African Americans. Sometimes the words reveal the horror and racism of segregation and the disparate illnesses and diseases rampant in the century. I'm considering this font, Schooner script, which is period specific. I'm hoping it will counter the scant knowledge we have of most of who were buried there. A font that invokes intimacy, empathy, and the familial seemed appropriate. Here's an example. Josephine Atlee. She died on December 4th, 1848, a remarkably warm day where the temperature rose to over 70 degrees. 22 years old, she was likely a twin and attended Adelphia School, where she learned to read and write. I included the known weather conditions in the inscriptions. As Terry Bucklew noted, knowing the weather does something to make these deaths from so long ago feel real and not so abstract. It felt important to provide several methods for discovery in this memorial, exploring the lives of Philadelphians from 2 centuries ago, but also pointing to the fragmented nature in which history is uncovered and revealed to us, particularly the histories of people of color. Several of the inscriptions will be invisible on clear and dry days. Rain, snow, or high humidity will reveal the weather-activated inscriptions. After the city bought the cemetery, it had a short life as a school garden from 1902 to 1903. I will reference that by including planters that take inspiration from cradle graves, encouraging the continued engagement of Queen Village neighbors who can organize a yearly spring planting. Perhaps this could be tied to an annual public honoring for those buried here, so that this memorial for the dead remains itself a living tribute to those forgotten for so long. Thank you.